a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Oh man, this is a good read. It was big. It's a pretty big book, guys. Basically, book one. Ah, yeah. Skywalker strike. Basically, this is basically this taking this a continuation when the Death Star was destroyed and all this shit. And we're starting off with going to Tatooine. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I felt so. You ever read something? You put the voices in there. That's what I was basically doing. Basically, Han Solo's going to meet up with the Empire. You know, the Imperials, and basically making a deal. Because since Solo works for, Han works for Jabba. They contacted him to say we need more weapons, you know, but it's gonna be kind of a good deal. So Han goes over there. Remember, Han has two bodyguards who are secretly Layla and Luke. You see them right there, little R2. So they take Han into the not the interrogation cell, the negotiation cell. So you know he's introducing him to the factory. How they say every day we build up thousands and thousands of blasters and ships and weaponries for our squadron and all of them. And then you got Chewie far distance with that rifle, you know, just in case anyone try to pull some shit. And the way the deal was going to be is that Han will have to give the resources they want. They have to give the weapons they want. They have to, anything they need, resourceful wise, they want. And he will accept whatever payment they give him. And Hans is laughing. He's like, you do know Jabba doesn't work that way, right? And they said, well, you will take what we give you. Blah, blah, blah. Until our main lord comes down to basically finish talking to Han and etc. So R2D2 takes a green poop on the soldier's feet, and the admiral is like, "This, your machine is leaking," and all of a sudden they get electrocuted, get kicked in the stomach, smashed in the head, and Hans look at the admiral like, "We're part of the rebel group," and I love this panel because it's just like, yeah, in your face, what, Luke. I like the way they do this. I was a little hectic at first. I thought, I'm used to reading Dark Horse. I'm sorry. I'm used to reading Star Wars from Dark Horse. And Marvel did have Star Wars first. They did a few Star Wars comics back in the day. But I never really get to read those. I was too much collecting X-Men and shit. So basically, the real objectives was to destroy the main core of the facility. Basically to destroy everything at once, just to mess up their armory, mess up their weapons, their ammo, you know, weaken it. And it's some funny moments in here, like right here he says, "I am a proud admiral of the Empire. I will not say anything to you." Where's the core? Right over there. And later like socks him in the face and says, "Thank you." I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then you got Hans talking crap to C-3PO, calling him a golden rust bucket, what was it, a pile of springs and all that stuff, because C-3PO is complaining, saying, what happens if I have to turn on the ship, or etc, etc, etc. And he's like, shut up, you rust bucket. I give you the signal, you hit the autopilot on the Falcon, and then we can get out of here. So they're rigging the core for, you know, to explode at a certain time, and Luke winds up finding a whole cell full of slaves and native slaves of Tatooine. And because of, they said everything is fully automatic. It was a lie. That whole basement cell with slaves forcefully being forced every day to make weapons, every day to keep everything functioning, and it's pretty messed up because Luke did not like that. He did not like that at all. And then you got the slaver coming in with I'm gonna call it a lightsaber whip, and he challenges Luke, and Luke try to use the mind over matter, saying, these ain't the slaves you're looking for. He's like, what? He's like, finally I resort to something else. So they quickly spar, but you know, Luke has way more skills than some slavers, so he offs his hand in this panel in the bottom. See, I mean, no lie, if I was the slaver and I see a fucking lightsaber on the dude, I will stop. I will drop my whip and be like, go ahead, you got it, you got it. When someone has a lightsaber, you can't mess with them unless they stole the lightsaber. Then that's different. Like Grievous, the fucker had like what 6 lightsabers, I think. So they're gathering all the slaves and they're getting ready to go. Now, there's moments in books, movies that I hate, and this is what I hate. Vader comes down to Moon 1, basically right there where Tatooine is at, to make the deal. Basically, he's the negotiator that was going to talk to Hans. And when they reported to Hans, Leia freaked out, and Hans's plan was this: Chewie, don't shoot Vader. It's too dangerous. Wait for us to get on the Falcon, and we go. Layla decided to tell Chewie to shoot. So when Chewie starts shooting, who's she talking to? Basically, when Chewie starts shooting, Vader quickly deflects it. The second round, he basically forces 2 of his clone soldiers up front to take the shots. And not only that, he destroys the sniping position that Chewie was in with just the Force alone. So basically, they're showing Vader at full strength right now, like not holding back or anything, which is pretty cool because, like, in most issues, well, not most issues, because in some Dark Horse comics, Vader was a beast and he's a monster, and he shows it again. He shows how beastly he is by destroying the whole tower where Chewie was at. And now that he sends guards over there to try to collect them. And this part pisses me off. Basically, Han reported to C-3PO to start up the autopilot. Can't start off the autopilot. Why? There's scavengers destroying the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, why? Why? It's like, no, that sucked so bad. That's like really bad timing. So they're fighting. And then he finds it. And then they run into the hangar and they find Imperial walkers. And for those who don't know what the walkers are, right here. And they all attempt to ride that off, basically to escape. But Luke winds up breaking off with the group to meet up with Vader. And he hears Ben in his head saying, you know, don't do this. It's dangerous. Run. But no, he wants to hurry up and fight Vader and get it over with. And I like this. Like, it's like the real credits and stuff. It's so awesome. But things are going down, and then like you have a few extra pages of just art, just like, okay, basically I can't return the pages like that, but see, it's just, I love this one. I like this one. But there was a part in here when Layla was like, oh, your plan was to get us trapped in here. What? You told Chewie to shoot at Vader. That was your fault. That was legitimately your fault. There was no ifs or buts about it. It was you. So, issue number 1 is a monthly comic. It's really good. I like it. It feels like I was young again. It feels like old Star Wars. Like, I'm not saying Dark Horse didn't feel like old Star Wars. Dark Horse was more action and all that stuff, except when they talk about Darth Bane and all that stuff. That was nice. I like those. Hopefully this keeps going really, really well written, and I hope they branch off because I want to see Sidious, Bane, do the back story of how the lightsabers were made again. That would be awesome. That would be sick to see with the new art style and all that. But yeah, Star Wars issue 1, it's good. It's a good read. Buy it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you gotta buy it. I mean, it's good. It's not. I was nervous. I thought it was gonna be a crap book because I saw the cover. I'm like, but I bought it, gave it a read, and I approve. This is Nerd Out Nar, and I'll see y'all in the next review.